Once upon a time, in a cozy little house, there was a tiny, fluffy hamster named Zoomy. Zoomy loved to run. He had a little wheel in his cage, and every day he would hop on it and run as fast as his tiny legs could carry him. He imagined he was running through giant fields, climbing mountains, and crossing rivers, even though he was just going round and round. One night, Zoomy looked out of his cage and saw the moon shining brightly. It looked like a big, delicious cheese. Zoomy thought, how amazing would it be to run all the way to the moon? He wished with all his little heart to reach it one day. That night, as Zoomy started to run on his wheel, something magical happened. The wheel began to glow with a soft, golden light. Zoomy felt a tingle in his whiskers. He didn't understand what was happening, but it made him excited. So, he ran even faster, the wheel spinning like it never had before. Zoomy's eyes sparkled with joy. "Tonight, I'll run faster than ever," he squeaked, and as his little legs moved faster, the glow from the wheel grew brighter. Zoomy was about to embark on the biggest adventure of his life, and he didn't even know it yet. He was on his way to the moon. Zoomy was running so fast on his wheel that his little hamster cheeks puffed out with excitement. The golden glow around the wheel grew into a shimmering bubble, wrapping Zoomy in a warm, soft light. Suddenly, with a small whoosh, the hamster and his wheel gently lifted off the ground. Zoomy couldn't believe his eyes. He was floating up, up, up. Everything around him started to look so small. The cozy house, the green trees, even the tall buildings. "I'm really flying." Zoomy squealed with joy. He had never felt so happy and free. Up and up Zoomy went, higher into the sky, above the clouds, until all he could see around him were the stars and the big round moon getting closer. Zoomy's heart was pounding with excitement. "I'm going to the moon, just like in my dreams," he cheered. The journey wasn't scary at all because Zoomy knew he was on his way to fulfill his biggest dream. As the moon grew bigger and bigger in front of him, Zoomy's wheel started to slow down. Finally, with a soft thud, Zoomy landed on the moon's surface. He had done it. Zoomy the hamster was on the moon. The little hamster could hardly believe where he was. "Wow, the moon is so beautiful and peaceful," Zoomy thought, looking around at the sparkly moon dust and giant craters. Now, what amazing adventures would Zoomy find on the moon? Now, on the moon, Zoomy felt both excited and a tiny bit scared. It was so different from home. The ground was bouncy and he floated a little with every step. At first, it was fun hopping around in the low gravity, but soon Zoomy started to miss the familiar sights and smells of his cozy house. He realized he was very, very far from home. "It's so quiet here, and I have no friends," Zoomy thought sadly. He missed the sound of his wheel squeaking and the soft music his owner played. As he looked around, Zoomy saw something move. Hiding behind a big moon rock was a small moon creature. It looked a bit like a bunny, but with soft, glowing fur. Zoomy gathered all his courage and approached. "Hello, I'm Zoomy. I'm from Earth," he said. The moon creature peeked out shyly and replied, "I'm Luna. Welcome to the moon." Luna was friendly and showed Zoomy around, introducing him to all kinds of marvelous moon wonders, like the biggest crater and the tallest moon mountain. Yet, even with his new friend Luna and the amazing sights, Zoomy's heart ached for home. He started to wonder if he'd ever run on his wheel again or feel the warmth of his cozy bed. "I wish I could go back home," Zoomy whispered to Luna. "Maybe," Luna said thoughtfully, "we can find a way." And that gave Zoomy a glimmer of hope. With Luna's help, Zoomy started to figure out how he could return to Earth. "We need something that can fly you back," Luna suggested. They thought about building a spaceship, but that seemed too hard. Then, Zoomy remembered his magical wheel. "My wheel brought me here. Maybe it can take me back," Zoomy said. Luna nodded. "That's a great idea, but we might need more magic." They decided to look for moon crystals, known for their powerful magic. Together, Zoomy and Luna explored, hopping over rocks and sliding down craters. Finally, they found a sparkling moon crystal. "This will surely help your wheel fly back to Earth," Luna said with a smile. Zoomy placed the crystal on his wheel, and it began to glow even brighter than before. "It's time to say goodbye," Zoomy said, feeling a little sad. "I'll miss you, Luna, but I'll never forget my adventure on the moon and the friend I made." "And I'll always remember you, Zoomy," Luna replied, blinking away a tear. "You showed me the beauty of friendship." With hugs exchanged, Zoomy climbed onto his wheel. Slowly it lifted off the ground, shining with a warm golden light. "Goodbye, Luna. Thank you for everything," Zoomy called out as he started his journey back to Earth. Luna waved until Zoomy was just a twinkle in the sky. Zoomy felt the magic wheel speeding up, ready to take him home. Zoomy felt the cool air of Earth as he landed gently back in his cozy house right beside his cage. The magical journey had brought him home. He hopped off his glowing wheel, feeling a mix of happiness and a bit of sadness for leaving his new friend Luna behind on the moon. As he settled into his soft bed, he couldn't help but smile thinking about the incredible adventure he had just experienced. The next morning, Zoomy's owner was surprised to find a shiny moon crystal beside the wheel. "How did this get here?" she wondered. Zoomy, back to running on his wheel, just winked at the moon crystal and gave a little squeak of joy. From that day on, Zoomy continued to dream and embark on imaginary adventures every time he ran on his wheel, and every night he would gaze out at the moon, remembering Luna and the magical journey they shared. "No matter where you are, you'll always have the adventures in your heart," Zoomy thought to himself. And with that, Zoomy knew that no dream was too big to chase, and no distance was too far for the bonds of friendship. The end. We hope you enjoyed this story. If you liked this video, please go ahead and push the like button. If you like the content and want to see more, please subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.